We have been talking about it for some time now, those sky-high energy bills that seem for many to come out of nowhere.
Well, it's a story that the News 8 investigators are digging deeper into, finding even more information on what's causing those rates to rise and who's fighting proposed changes. Chief Investigator David Iversen takes us now deeper into that story. David?
This is important right now, guys, because for the next 3 months, regulators are going to be hearing about the issue, both from customers and the businesses that are charging these rates. It's all a matter of how much information you have when you sign that dotted line. It's been happening every time Connecticut consumers flip a switch or turned on a light.
It's killing me.
Power bills just like this one.
I opened it up and I said, is this for real?
Rich Parati's bill, almost too high to believe. More than $1,600 for a single month. That's double what he paid last year.
Shocked when I saw it.
It's happening not just to Parati, but to families across the state.
Any questions arise?
Those families are looking for help, coming to places like this, the Community Renewal Team, a nonprofit that helps families pay for their utilities. This year, they've seen nearly double the number of calls for help.
There's definitely been an increase.
They've had to shrink the amount they can offer each family because they've been inundated with calls from those who just can't afford these high rates.
There have been days, even here within the call center, where there are over 1,000, 1,500 calls a day.
Those customers aren't just calling for help, they're calling to complain. The state has taken nearly double the amount of consumer complaints about these sky-high power bills. So what's behind these high costs? Put simply, third-party energy providers' energy costs from the source and the power of the penny. Per kilowatt, electricity in Connecticut costs about 9 cents, but some companies are charging 21 cents per kilowatt. Those are the companies putting customers on flexible plans, all under the guise of saving money. What they're actually doing is buying power during the winter months when rates are at their highest and passing those high costs on to their customers.
During the wintertime, you do expect your...
We've been reporting on the issue for months. Legislators are considering changes, a new bill that would create a revamped website that could give customers more information about their energy rates. It's all about transparency, says Attorney General George Jepsen.
It's not like they're selling cupcakes or T-shirts. This is something people need.
But some companies are publicly wary of the new plan unless they can be closely involved in what information gets included. Starian Energy is one of them. In this letter, they ask that they be closely involved in how that website gets put together. They're one of the 10 companies that the Attorney General has singled out. Companies who he says are not being upfront about the high costs of this power.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of unscrupulous suppliers out there who rely on consumer ignorance.
We reached out to all the companies and have taken complaints from Discount Power customers. So we stopped by their Shelton office to get more context about these high rates. There must be more to it, right? What we got instead of answers is locked doors, scattering employees, and finally this.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave the property.
Okay, we just wanted to talk to somebody.
They decline any comments.
Okay, so we're being...
They want you to leave the building now.
We left the building, another company unwilling to answer questions. In the past few months, we've taken a lot of phone calls about this. The next step in all this, more hearings. The state could change how these companies operate. We won't know until their final decision, expecting that at the end of June. Darren Ann, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. If you have something you want the News 8 investigators to take a look at, just give the tip line a call. Here's the number, 203-402-TIP-8.